Thank you. Wow. So exciting. Do you notice what's missing tonight? Teleprompters. No teleprompters. We don't want teleprompters. That would be so much easier. We read a speech for 45 minutes. Everybody falls asleep, listening to the same old stuff, the same old lies. So much easier. So, you know, I have a little debate coming up on Wednesday. And I hear let's call them opponents. Can we call them opponents? We're allowed to do that, right? You know, New York was very nice to you people last night. You know that, right? Did they hand you that game? They handed. I said, I am going to have the friendliest audience. Sit down. I am going to have the friendliest audience afterwards. So I wasn't sure, was I happy or was I sad? But Jerry Jones is a great guy, and he deserves everything he gets, frankly. And you know, another great guy is Mark Cuban. Whoa. And I think, you know, he's been talking a little bit about maybe someday doing this himself. And I think he'd do very well. We may not have the exact same feelings about where we're going, but that's okay. But Mark was great. He actually called me, like literally a few days ago, and said, you know, if you want to use the arena, which is, by the way, a beautiful arena. This is a great arena. And Dirk, I love him. He's one of my favorite players. One of my favorites. And the Mavericks have been fantastic, and you know, it's just a great team. But he said, if you want to use the arena, I said, Mark, when? How about Monday night? It's like, that was like in 4 days. And you had a big holiday in between. And he said, I think, you know, they really like you in Dallas. They really like you in Texas. Maybe you can get a lot of people. Because we were coming here, and we thought maybe we'd get 1,000, but we never get 1,000 anymore. It's always like the same thing. You know, we went to Alabama. We started off with a 500-person ballroom. And after about 2 minutes, look at all these guys, paparazzi. Ay, ay, ay. Look at this. We got everybody here. We started off, by the way, with a 500-person ballroom, and after about 2 minutes, the hotel called up begging for mercy. We can't do it. They were inundated. So we went to the convention center, and that was 10,000, and that was wiped out in about an hour. So we went to a stadium. We had 31,000 people, which is by far the largest. They say like ever for an early primary. It's probably true. And this is sort of comparable. When I see these seats full up the top, can you people see me up there? I don't know. Man. I said to him, don't fill up the upper rings. It's not fair. But they're filled. You are great. Thank you all. I appreciate it. So I want to thank Mark, and I want to thank, where is Pastor Jeffress? He's around here someplace. What a good guy. Where is he? Well, come here. I love this guy. Come here. I shouldn't say this. I should not say this, Pastor, because, you know, I need all the help I can get. And I will say, I'm leading with the evangelicals big league, and I really want to thank you, because you've been so good. He said he may not be perfect, but he's going to make this country great. He's a leader. That's what we need. And I want to thank you, Pastor.
Thank you, man. See you in a couple of weeks.
Very good. I really appreciate it. He's been so great. And I am Protestant. I am Presbyterian, just in case anybody wants to know. So the polls come out, and we're really killing it. We are killing it. They mentioned a little while ago, Scotty, about the silent majority. It's back, and it's not silent. I think we should call it, maybe we should call it the noisy, the aggressive, the wanting to win majority. That's what it is. We want to win. We're tired of being pushed around by incompetent people. We're just tired of what's happening. We're sick and tired of what's happening. And it's going to change. It's going to change. But before I get to that, because that's unpleasant, but it's going to be pleasant, because I finished a speech last week, and I have to say, we're going to have so many victories that at some point, they're just going to be coming out of your ears. Oh, I have to be careful what I say about coming out of somebody's ears. Have to be careful. Nose, ears, eyes, those are the only places I'm talking about. The only. But we're going to have so many victories, and they're going to be great victories. And we're going to have them all the time, because we have an amazing country. We have a country that is dying. They just want to have victory. We don't have wins anymore. We don't have it. So, the debate. I hear they're all going after me. Whatever. No, I hear it. Everybody, you know, all these geniuses, the talking heads, and some are great. Actually, some have come around. You know, at the beginning, 3-4 months ago, well, he's just doing this for fun. He's doing this for his brand. I need this, like, for my brand, okay? But he's doing it for his brand. One person, a real loser, said, he's a clown. Now they're saying, oh, how do we stop this guy? No more clown. I haven't heard the word clown in a while. Tell you, they don't use that word anymore. They don't use it. There's a group of pundits out there. I don't think they're smart. I think they pretend they're smart. You know, they wear the heavy glasses, and they look, and they look. I'm not talking about Perry, who happens to be a nice guy. Really. He is a nice guy. But he came after me hard, didn't he? Yeah. You know, I had dinner with him a couple of years ago. I thought he was terrific, and then he came after me very hard. And you know, I gave him a really good, I said, it's sort of easy. When somebody drops out of a race, I'm going to say good about everybody. Everybody. But I like that man, and frankly, he tried. But I'm talking about the guys that sit around the tables, and they talk about us. They talk about me. And they say, well, but most of them are now saying, we think he's going to win. You know, can you believe it? Now, we still have a few out there. The hatred is so incredible. It's so incredible. Absolute hatred. I watch some of these guys, like this guy. Should I mention names? Okay, I will. The problem is, when I mention them, they can never, ever support me. That's the problem. And you know, look at all those live television feeds. It's always tough. Every time I speak, they put me on live television, so I have to make different speeches. These guys go around, they make the same speech hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. Nobody cares. It's true. It's true. It's true. You know, you got CNN Live, you got them all. And who need... No, they're 50% good. 50%. They've been pretty nice. But you know, who really, when you think about it, who has to do this? So I come out today. How many live feeds you have? Many. Look at all those cameras back there. Take a look, everybody. Now, if you like the media, give them a big hand. And if you don't, give them a big boo. I had a feeling. You know, the truth is, there's some really great people. I'm dealing usually in the world of financial. That's easier. It's like numbers. You're either good, you're not good. You know, it's sort of much easier. But I found the press to be much more honorable in the financial media. But the political media, and I found some great ones. There are some great ones. But should I mention some? No, I'm not going to do that either. Because then you're going to leave some out. But, okay. So, George Will is a disaster. The guy's a disaster. Honestly. Another one, Karl Rove. No, he's terrible. He's terrible. He's terrible. He still thinks that Mitt Romney won. He's still going around saying, I think he won. This guy raised, think of this. He ought to be in Wall Street. He raises money pretty well. He raised last cycle, the last presidential election. He raised $434 million and didn't win one race. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? And I understand it because I saw some of the commercials that he made. I saw a commercial he made against Barack Obama. And I called up, I said, who did that commercial? It's one of the best commercials I've ever seen. I got to use that firm. They're phenomenal. But I didn't realize it was against Obama. It was so good for Obama. That was the one with Germany and this. Remember, do you want a rock star? Do you want a... I said, he's not a rock star. We have an incompetent president. This is not a rock star. We have a president that doesn't know what the hell he's doing. So Karl Rove, every night, you know, some of these guys like George Will and Karl Rove and a few others, but those I mentioned, they're like anybody in the real estate business, right? A couple of us. I love real estate. And let me just tell you, one of the great people in sort of the, Andy Beal Bank. Stand up, Andy. Stand up. Come on, he's a shy man. He's only worth about $6 billion. He's a great guy. He's been a great friend of mine. I don't want to borrow any money from him because he expects it to be paid back in full and on time. Right, Andy? But you look at some of these guys, and they're like boilers, okay? Real estate. They're like boilers. Bill O'Reilly the other night said, and Bill O'Reilly's a good guy, great guy. He is a good guy, great guy. Although he's tough, and he's tough with me, that I can tell you. Some people say, how can you say he's a great guy, but he's fair? But I saw Karl Rove on a show the other night, and the name Trump came up, and you could see it was like a boiler ready to explode. I think the guy is a total incompetent jerk. But him, and there are others. But I would say this, anybody that gives him, Karl Rove, and others, the group of losers, anybody that gives them money, you're losers yourself. Doesn't make sense because they don't know what they're doing. So the polls come out, and everybody's surging but Trump. They don't want to say I'm surging. I went up to 40% today in New Hampshire. You saw that. 40%. Second is, I think, 11 or 12, right? 11 or 12. And I won't mention names because he's actually a nice guy. I'll mention names. Why shouldn't I? Should I? Yes. Right? It's Ben Carson. He's a nice man. I think he's in second place at 11 or 12%. Now, I'm at 40, and it's actually 41, but they don't want to say that. They don't want to give me the little benefit of a couple of... You know, if I'm 40.9, they'll say I'm at 40. Do you understand that? So Ben Carson, good guy, I think he's 11 or 12, and they're saying, Carson, here's the headline, Carson surging. I said, what about me? Where's my name? I'm at 40. Where's my name? It's unbelievable. Do you know where my name is? They don't know where my name is either. By the way, can you see in the back? They have the best view. Can you see it's really my hair? Well, that's the other thing. I mean, I get killed on that. I had an article recently. It's true. They have the best view. They know. Not that bad, right? I mean, I have friends. It's over. I have many friends. The hair is over. But I had the article the other day, a great article. They said Trump is a financial genius, right? They said all good things. They said he's doing great here. But they said he wears the worst hairpiece I've ever, the writer said this, wears the worst hairpiece. And I said, that's terrible. So I can't show the article to anybody, even though it was a good article. But in the polls, it's been so amazing. We started off, and everybody said, you remember this, I won't run. I won't run. And I said, why are they saying that? I'm telling you, I'm going to run. NBC came over, and as you know, and I like NBC. You know, for years we had The Apprentice, who was a tremendous success, one of the great successes on television. And the head of Comcast, I'll just tell you, his first name is Steve, and he's a phenomenal guy. Steve Burke, one of the great people, a great, great guy and a great manager. He came over with a group of people from NBC. Steve's one of the, he's the head of Comcast. And they said, we're going to renew The Apprentice. And by the way, it's a lot of money. Did you see in my certified financial statement what I made with The Apprentice? When I give up The Apprentice, I made $213 million. Can you believe it? From a television show. And I had these announcers say, oh, no, I think he only made $1 million. And guys like Joe Scarborough, who's a good guy, right? Yeah. He said, no, he's got a primetime show for years. I mean, it's got to be. Anyway, when they checked it, 200. So NBC renews The Apprentice, and I told them, don't do it, because I'm running for president. I'm going to make our country great again. Don't renew it. Now, if I make $213 million over a, run of 12 years or whatever, that's a lot of money. Even for me, it's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's pretty good, right? Considering it's not my main business. But I made this money, and the people come up and they say, oh, well, we're going to renew it anyway because he's not going to run. So NBC renewed The Apprentice. They announced that they renewed it. They said that Donald Trump will do another season, and I told them not to do it. Then I told them that I'm not doing it again. And they went in the upfronts arena, and they were so angry at me. They were so angry. But you know what? I give up a lot when I do this. I give up a lot. I miss all of these deals. I love my business. I love what I'm doing. Andy can tell you that. Tom Benenson can tell you that. I love Club Corporation of America, by the way, in case you have never heard of Tom Benenson. But I lose a lot. Not only I don't do The Apprentice and get paid a fortune, it's also I lose opportunity, all these deals. I have a deal in China. I have deals all over the place that I could do. Boo, boo. But it's true. It's like picking up a check. It's like picking up a check. But I give up a lot. When a politician, all talk, no action, politician runs, what do they give up? They give up nothing. They run. You know what? They run, they lose, they win, they don't care. All they want to do is be reelected or run again if they fail, right? With me, it's a whole big deal. It's a whole big deal. And I'm self-funding my campaign. I'm not taking all of this blood money. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I feel a little bit awkward and a little stupid. I have guys offering me millions and millions of dollars. When you're in #1 place, then the bloodsuckers come out. The lobbyists, the special interests, the donors. Don, we love you. Guys I haven't heard from in 10 years. Don, we love you. 40% in New Hampshire, winning Iowa. We're killing in Iowa. Incredible people. New Hampshire, incredible people. South Carolina, incredible people, incredible numbers there, too. We're winning in Florida. Think of it. You have Jeb Bush, governor of Florida. You have a sitting senator in Florida, Marco Rubio. And the poll comes out the other day, Trump is leading in Florida. Can you imagine? Big league. How about this? Have you ever heard of the great state of Texas? leading in Texas. How does that happen? So it's been an amazing period of time. I've never experienced anything like it. And I've been well known for a long period of time. That's why I got chosen for The Apprentice in the first place. And in fact, I don't know if you just heard, they called me up today, NBC. Couldn't be nicer. You know, they finally calmed down. I settled my lawsuit with them. Did you hear? Did you hear? Yes, she heard. I settled my lawsuit with them last week. A lot of litigation, settled it. They couldn't have been nicer. And they called me today and wanted everything, you know, they want me on their side, and I am on their side.
We've increased scholarships. We reformed our student loan system that funneled billions of taxpayer dollars into big banks. We said, let's cut out the middleman, let's put that money directly to students.